Hi there. Welcome to Positive Power with your host, Michele Dionne. I hope you've had a great week and I hope you've drank a ton of water. Oh my word, is it ever warm here in southwestern Ontario? It's been over 30 every day. And that's the number the weather guy tells you, which I don't mind saying. It's the only job you can have and be wrong all the time and never get in trouble. What's with that? No other field of work can you be like that. But today it's a little bit overcast because we're waiting for some rain. And that is going to help. It's supposed to drop the temperature right down, which is absolutely fantastic. So today my topic is actually dealing with grief. Today, the day I'm making this recording, is actually 8,395 days since my father passed. He drowned back in 1993 in a freak accident under the Blue Water Bridges. And so I miss him today as much as I missed him all those years ago, but in a different way. Now I am not so sad. I am sad, but I celebrate his life. I talk to him all the time. I really believe that he's with me. And so on that topic, I was looking at some interesting websites and I came across a really cool one. And this one is hellogrief.com. Check it out, because that's the key, is tapping into like-minded people that have gone through the same thing, keeping communication open, knowing that you're not alone, and reaching out for support when you need it. So very important. So there's an interesting little poll or survey on this site, which I thought was really interesting. And it was to pick your favorite way to stay connected with loved ones that you have lost. And the number one choice that people made was 50% said that they talked to them. And I thought that's really interesting, because it goes to show you how many people think that there's something, right? I mean, it's not about heaven or hell or whatever. Everybody's got their own beliefs, but 50% of the people who have lost somebody that took the survey believe that that person's in another dimension or whatever, that they can hear you. They're still there for you. That is pretty awesome, and that's what I believe. I actually talk to my dad all the time, and quite often I believe that, I get signals back from him. I see things, I smell things. It sounds funny, but my dad's smell, this is just being brutally honest, was vodka and cigarettes. That's the smell that I associate with him. And there's different times where I've been in different places where there's no way there was vodka or cigarettes there, and all of a sudden I just feel warm and not alone, and I'd get a big whiff of that smell, and I just knew that he was there with me. Very, very, very cool. And if you open yourself to that, and if you've lost somebody, then, be open to it. You never know. So I thought that was interesting. That was 50%. 26% of the people said visiting places that reminded them of the person that passed helped them get through it, which is really cool. And I have a couple places here in town that I do the same thing, under the bridges, obviously. Although sometimes I end up down there and I'm not thinking of it, and then when it hits me, then sometimes I don't want to be down there anymore. It's hit and miss, right? 25% do activities at the person that passed that they love, which is pretty cool. 17% write to them, and 17% visit their grave. Now I find that sort of interesting, that visiting the grave is the lowest number out of the options. Just food for thought, right? It just goes to show you that they believe the people are traveling with them, not left where their bodies are. Do you know what I mean? So I thought that was interesting. That's a great site to check out, and it's definitely something that you can get a lot of information from, and just know that, celebrate life. You got to celebrate life and celebrate those that are gone. And talking about celebrating life, remember the Random Acts of Kindness Challenge from a couple weeks ago? So I've still been doing them. I've been buying more people coffee in drive-thrus, and just being generally a good person, opening doors, trying to do more things that don't include money, even though buying coffee for somebody does randomly. But this is what's really cool. Yesterday, my partner and I were going through a drive-thru. Total random stranger in front of us in a van that I did not recognize bought our coffee. So see, that's how it goes full circle. I do random acts of kindness for other people. Other random people do it back for me, and it works. It's a full circle. It's the circle of life, right? So if you are grieving for somebody, you know, reach out to somebody else who's gone through it. I ran into a guy today whose mom had passed recently. And I can't say I understand because I haven't dealt with that, but I can relate because you all have your different relationships, right? And a parent is a parent. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that and you got something from it. Check out that site. If you have a friend who's grieving, check out the site and send it to them. Anything we can do to help each other, lift each other up. So very important. So have a fantastic week. Remember how awesome you are. You're perfect in your imperfections. And next week, we'll do this all again. Take care.